Hello, troopers. I'd like to welcome you to Radio Aposta Punk. Brought to you by Unky Punky Vast Apostate Army. One day it was raining, so this rather eccentric brother said, "Well, I've been out for an hour. I'm going to count 2 hours on my report slip because of the effort that I put in to be out in the rain." Well, I don't suppose the service committee would have worried all that much if he'd have done that, bumping up the hour so that when the circus over sneer arrives, they're not going to get bawled out like they normally do. Yeah, I've seen circuit over sneers. They come round. I've rarely met a nice one. Honestly, I've rarely met a nice circus over sneer. And all of the very arrogant men, very arrogant company men, which just proves to me that it's coming from the top down. It's filtering down. That arrogance is filtering down from the governing body, down at different levels, right down to the bottom. So anyway, 2 hours he counted. So that would certainly make the statistics look a little bit different, wouldn't it? So doesn't that bring into question all the other statistics? And as you see in the yearbook, well, to my mind it certainly does anyway. But there you go. That was then. This is now. Nothing much changes. Today on Radio Aposta Punk, I'm recalling some of the silly things that brothers and sisters have said over the years. You know, some ridiculous statements. Obviously, some of the brothers and sisters are absolutely wonderful people. Others aren't. Others need a little coaxing. But isn't that just life? That's just people anyway. Many years ago, I remember a brother on the platform. He was an elder. It's when the elder arrangement had just first come in back in the 70s. And he made the claim that the feeling you get when you're given a talk, when you come off the platform and you're feeling all hot and glowy, he made the claim that that was the Holy Spirit. Well, you know, I've played in different bands over the years, and I've had that same feeling after a gig. Does that mean that the Holy Spirit was working in me after that gig? Just a thought. I remember another brother many years ago, and his wife. They were deemed to be a little bit eccentric. They were a little bit eccentric. Old chap, he comes into the Kingdom Hall with his trousers swinging at half-mast around his legs like he was a clown, and his hair was orange. His hair was orange. His wife walks in after him with this enormous bow on top of her head. Sometimes she'd come in a wheelchair, believe it or not, if she'd had her toenails clipped. I kid you not. He said that the reason his hair was orange wasn't that he was trying to make himself look young in any way, but that he'd used the residual water that his wife had left behind after she'd dyed her hair. Well, do you believe that? No, I don't. I don't. Now, this was the same brother, the same wonderful brother in the true, one of God's chosen people, who'd go to the assembly in a coach. He'd get out of the coach, he'd unfold a wheelchair, wheel it over to the area where the disabled people were, so that he'd free cup of tea, be waiting on, he'd sit in his wheelchair, and as soon as the session was over, he'd stand up and wheel his chair back to the coach, right as rain, as if nothing was wrong. You see, there are some hilarious things happen in the organisation. none more so than the teachings that the governing body are purporting at the moment. And remember, if you're a wife, you must be more lovable. I'm sure there will be more videos on that later. Aposta Radio, Unky Punky Vast Apostate Army, over and out.